Hello everyone, this is Amity Sensei. Today I will show you how to draw a fried egg on your iPad. Using my favorite drawing app Procreate, we are going to draw this realistic fried egg. Procreate has this layer function. In separate layers, we are going to draw the egg yolk, the white, and the edges. It looks pretty cool, so I want to show you how to draw it. So please watch this video and give it a try if you can. Let's start. Open Procreate and press the plus button at the top right. It doesn't really matter what the canvas size is, but we're going to go with a screen size canvas this time. The second button from the right at the top is the layer button. With the layer 1 selected, we are going to start on our rough draft. For this, we are going to use the Pencil 6B brush in the sketch category. It's okay if it's a bit rough. We're just going to draw the rough outline of the egg. To change the size, press the arrow button at the top left. Press this and the bound box appears around your drawing. And now you can move and adjust the size however you like. Moving on, we are going to layer the colors on top here. First, we'll make our rough draft layer a bit transparent. There is an N button next to layer 1, so press it and opacity bar will show up. We are going to slide this to the left and make it see-through like this. Put it around 20%. Now we are going to add another layer. Click on the plus button to add another layer on top of the first. We are going to pick an orange or yellow for the yolk and color in. For this, we'll use the soft airbrush, the first one in the airbrush category. Let's pick it and color the egg yolk. Next up is coloring the white. Because right now our canvas is white already, we can really color with white. So let's change the background color a little. Choose the background layer and adjust the color. This time we'll go with a blue or emerald green color. Now please make a new layer. With the egg yolk on top, we make a layer 1 beneath it and then color in with white. Next up, we are going to keep putting more color in the egg yolk. First, choose the layer that has the egg yolk in it. In the list of settings that shows up, there's one in the middle called Alpha Lock, so let's turn it on. What about this Alpha Lock setting? Let's pick a slightly different color and draw on top. They basically make sure that the orange doesn't go outside of the yellow. And this is Alpha Lock. Now let me try drawing with Alpha Lock turned off or disengaged. You can see how it leaks outside. But if you want a crosshatch, you don't want to get it outside. So make sure to put Alpha Lock on before you draw. This way it doesn't leak out. So please keep it in mind. We have Alpha Lock turned on right now. So from here we are going to draw the part where the sun hits the egg yolk in a darker orange.
Something to waste your time. You do something to waste my...
Once we have some color in, we are going to use the fading tool to blur it a little bit. This finger mark at the top here is the fading tool. Select it and make sure you're using the airbrush from before. Now around where the egg yolk and the egg white touch on the edges, it's a bit speckled right now. If you trace this area with the fading tool, you'll fade into a really nice gradient. So just keep on tracing until it looks realistic to you. Now we are going to put some white highlights to show that it's really shining. For this, we are going to add another layer on top. And once you got your new layer 4, choose a white color. For the brush, we want a firmer one, a slightly firmer airbrush or a really firm one. Select the brush that isn't so faded and fill in the highlights where the light is shining.
And I start to cry, 'cause I'm feeling good. It's hard to caramels. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Yeah, I start to cry, 'cause I'm feeling good. It's hard to caramels. I'm feeling. Yeah, I start to cry.
Now we are finished with the egg yolk portion. Right now we have it separated into 2 layers. We are going to add some hatching to the egg white just like we did here, so we'll put alpha lock on. Pick the layer you want and then choose alpha lock near the middle of the list. Now it won't spill over into the other parts, so we are going to pick a darkest shade, maybe a dark blue or dark orange, and start drawing. Alright, let's start with the egg white for now. You really have to draw quite a few details for the egg white, so let's finish it at the end. Let's go ahead and work on the crispy edge part. We'll add one more layer on top here, one more layer on top of the egg white one. Now we are going to choose our brush. For the brush in the category label inking, there's a brush called faded ink, and that's what we are going to use. It really helps bring out the details, so I'm a big fan of this brush. Using this brush in a dark brown or dark orange color, we'll work on the edge of the egg. Alright, now we are done with the edge of the egg. Let's move on to the drop shadow. That's the shadow the egg casts on the floor below. Make another layer and make sure that it's right below the egg white layer. With this new layer, press the N button and change this setting that's on normal right now to the multiplication setting. This is the one with the letter M, so change it from N to M. And this is where we'll draw our drop shadow. We'll use a soft brush for a brush, black as our color, and get started. Now there's a little trick when doing this. Draw the shadow from the bottom right as if the light is coming from the top left. If you don't keep in mind of where the light is coming from, it won't look very realistic. So make sure to draw your shadow while being aware of the light's direction.
And I start to cry, 'cause I'm feeling good. It's hard to carry
Now we're done with the drop shadow. When you turn it on and off, you can really see how realistic it looks. Now we're going to put the shadow and the highlights together. Let's expand our space a bit more by adding another layer. It should be right below the drop shadow. At the bottom, I think. Put the new layer at the bottom and change the image mode to overlay. With this, we take the soft brush from before with a black color. If you take the brush and trace the bottom right part of the picture like this, the blue part gets a little bit darker. This makes the shadow come out more clearly and makes the entire picture nicer. Now we take a white brush and go to the top left where the light comes from. Trace this and it's like the light is really shining through from the top. We are pretty much finished at this point. For last, we still have those parts of the egg white we left earlier. We really have to work on this part a bit. Now you can use a photo egg, like a bird's eye view photo egg, and look at it while you're filling the details to make it look good. I'm going to start now. We will mainly just use a soft brush to draw the rest. We are just going to adjust the thickness of the brush as we go along. Now on the right here, we have a couple of circles. I use this as a color palette, so just put some colors on the canvas, and then I can take the colors for my brush as I go along. It's much faster. I'm just going to get right into drawing here, so if you need it, please pause here and work on yours.
And I start to cry, 'cause I'm feeling good. It's hard to carry mouse. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Yeah, I start to cry, 'cause I'm feeling good. It's hard to carry mouse. I'm feeling. Yeah, I start to cry. And I'll do something to waste your time. You do something to waste mine. I write little poems about my sorrows. I write pretty songs for my one love.
And now we are finished. I still kind of work on it a bit more, but I've been filming this for more than an hour and my SD card is about to run out of space, so let's end it here. If you can, the more you fill in the egg white, the more realistic it looks, so please keep at it. Alright, finally let's look at our layers. At the bottom we have our highlights and environmental shadow, and one above that we have the egg shadow. Above that is the egg white, and the crusty edge here, the egg yolk, and then the egg yolk highlights. I used the one at the very top for my color palette, and I think you should be able to keep it below 10 layers. Alright, that's it for today. This turned out to be a pretty long tutorial, but I think this can be a good challenge for some of you guys. If you like this video, please hit the like button down below. And please upload and share your work on Twitter or Instagram with the hashtag AmitySensei. They don't have to be eggs either. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I make videos on tips and hacks of iPad, so please do that too. I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.